What's up, Team Targeted Fitness? Today's first video of quite a few, I presume. This one is mainly catered for our senior members, VitalMoves groups, but that doesn't mean that it can't work with any age group. So the three things we're working on today is balance. We have a thigh exercise or a knee strengthening movement, and then our third one is going to be a postural exercise. If you're like me, just tend to hunch over quite a bit, and our exercise is just going to focus on drawing and setting those shoulder blades. Okay, so the first exercise is really straightforward. It's just a single leg balance. So if you need to position yourself close to something that you can gently hold on to, we don't want to hold on to too much because we do want to test your balance. So single leg balance, holding one foot above the ground. I'm going to make sure my hips aren't compensating too much. So we want to be nice upright, facing forward, and holding your foot above the ground. Depending on the challenge you want, it's going to depend on how high you hold your knees. So as I get a bit higher, it makes it a little bit harder. As you can see, I'm challenging my ankles, my feet, my knees, and my hips. So you want to hold this for at least 30 seconds each side, and then repeat that 2 or 3 times. Another element you can do to make it a bit more challenging is going to be to add in some arm movements. So if you've got any weights, add in some bicep curls, add in some presses, any type of movement. It's going to work with those hips, knees and ankles a little bit harder. Alright, number 2, I've got a box here. You can use anything to step up and down on. All we're going to do today is just a single leg step. So one foot remains on the box, the other leg is going to be moving up and down. So I want to make sure that you control the movement back to the ground, nice and slow. And I'm also pushing my heel into the box on this front knee. That can help get some of these posterior muscles working and not overload the knee too much. So I want you to do at least 15 each side. Any elevated surface you can step on, don't make it too high unless you do want quite a bit of challenge. Even use some stairs, anything outside to try to stay to that one. Okay, the third movement we have is a scat movement. So this is all about bringing those shoulder blades into position, and you can use a floor, you can use a wall, anything. I want you to push your hands up against it. So if you're using a wall in this case, keep your arms straight. From here, it's your shoulder blades that move together and squeeze, and then relax. A lot of people tend to compensate, use their elbows, but I want you to keep them as straight as you can. Doesn't matter how big you get the movement. If you haven't got much experience, it won't feel like you're able to get a big range, but it's all about practice and working through it. So, straight arms, shoulder blades draw together, and then back out. So squeeze them, and then spread them apart. You can use a box or a bench, same thing. Shoulder blades together, and then apart. Try to stop your shoulder blades from rising as well. Keep them down away from your ears. And that is the end of video number 1. Have a great day, and I'll see you.